Hi, welcome back to Orchid Delirium. Did I say I wasn't buying any more orchids? So I bought orchids from H&R Nurseries. It's very local to me. It's up the street and around the corner. And just one day I was like, you know what? I've never really given it a fair shot to order online from them because they use a totally different system. They have a mass index sheet of what is available, the sizes, so you have to go through this list. There's no pictures. It's almost like SVO, Sunset Valley, does their ordering, but without the add to cart feature. So you have to make a list of what you want and submit it. And these are their online documents you can print out and fill out like by hand and scan and email them. Or like I did, I decided to use their phone number that they list for texting your order. So for me, I was like, and I've met them, Harry and Roy, and so I felt a little more comfortable finally ordering from them in this very different way. They clearly list out all of their stipulations and minimum orders, shipping fees, and things like that. And if you hear any noise, that's just me going through my hard copy, because not only did I look at the sheet online, but I also printed out a hard copy and got a highlighter, and as I was looking up plants, I highlighted the ones that I wanted or was interested in. So they clearly list out how they ship things, their practices, different methods to get a hold of them, because like I said, they don't have a traditional online shopping cart system. You definitely need to do it a little more old-fashioned. But I believe that, judging by what I received, that the quality of the plants is good. It's fair. For me, especially, that I don't have to pay for shipping and things like that. It made me a little more open to getting or looking into bigger plants. They do have a little key, I guess, for you to decode their descripting methods, which are like very common. CP usually means compote, no matter where you go, which means it's a little pot put together of many individuals, between 12, 15, 20, sometimes, depending on what it is. It lists out some basic information about the plants. It also tells you if it's on a mount, if it's flowering size, blooming size, things like that, so that you kind of can make an educated guess, because like I said, it's not a traditional ordering form. And even if you look these plants up, it's not, the pictures you find might not be representative of what you might receive. And so I was just highlighting a little bit here of things that are might seem confusing if you've never really seen an index like this. It can get a little overwhelming, which for me, for a long time, I've known about this nursery. I've seen this before, and I was always intimidated. Like, it just seemed like, oh my gosh, how do I even order? Like, where's the pictures? Blah, blah, blah. And so what I've done is, with the computer copy, I highlight the name of the plant, I right click with my mouse on a PC, and I just tell it to search Google. And so it takes me to the standard Google search, and then I can see what I'm looking at plant wise, and I can research a little bit more if I needed more information. So that was fun. But of course, my pet peeve is that usually you find pictures of blooms, where I like pictures of full plants, which is why I put my orchids on the Orchid Go Round and maybe give you painstakingly long views of the plants that I have. But for me, that just satisfies what I think is missing from looking them up online. So they used to have a gallery, but it's gone. I think it creates confusion. People want to order the picture number and not use their plant number. So this was the first one I ordered, Podangis dactyloceras, and I actually ordered 2 of these. I thought it was really cute. It's like a Tulumnia and a Vanda, like having a baby. And I have one that I'm sending to somebody because they like small things, unique things, and I don't know that this person will actually ever go and get a Vanda of their own, but it's kind of similar. This one is a Dyakia hendersoniana, and it came in spikes. I'm really excited about that. I ordered 2 of these too because I wanted to send this one off, and I really think it's very unique. The inflorescence reminds me so much of an asparagus, and I just can't wait to get this thing in bloom. I did order 2. One is looking a little stronger than the other, so I just have them in my grow tent to see what they will do. So cute. I believe this one has hot pink flowers, and both of these first 2 I had never heard of, and I think they're worth a Google. They're very interesting. I think the minute something is uncommon and weird looking, I definitely gravitate towards it. So this, I could not resist these 2, and I was going down the list and I was looking at different plants, and I could not believe what I saw on the list. I really thought that I would never ever be able to get one of these without some importing and permits and extra fees and all that to get it. But I was able to find they had Dendrophylax sallei crossed with lindenii, blah blah blah, lindenii, and when I ordered it, Harry called me and he was like, do you know about this orchid? Do you know its care? Like, these don't like it hot, and where you live it's hot. Like, they're not gonna like that. They like a lot of humidity, but they don't like to stay damp. And I was like, you know what? I actually grow Masdevallias. Not great, but I have them and they're alive. And I do have a grow tent, and I provide additional ambient humidity with a cool mist humidifier. So I figured, like, if I park it there, keep it in low light away from a grow light, it should do okay. I mean, they don't look perfect and beautiful, but there's definitely some strong signs of life there. In a perfect world, there wouldn't be any dried roots or anything like that, or brown tips, but honestly, I think that our summers here take a toll on them, and considering that their nursery is just around the corner, I imagine it's still pretty warm there. And I'm so excited to have a ghost orchid. Like, that is so cool. That's definitely a bucket list orchid for me, and I honestly never thought I'd have one, so I'm really excited to have this in my collection. This one. Oh boy, the Dendrobium Frosty. I had one. I had it for a year, and just one day it was growing perfectly fine, and it totally just out of the blue melted down. Like, it just started rotting one day, and then the next day it was just totally dead, gone. And it looked like this beautiful glossy leaves. I believe it was only 3 canes. And here's the black hairs that they're famous for. And actually, when I first got my first Frosty, I didn't realize that it had black hairs. I thought I had like a pest infestation, so I tried in vain to clean these off and rub. Yeah, it was a lot. And actually, that's how I ended up Googling a lot and finding YouTubers of orchids because I was like, what is this? Had no idea this existed. But I'm giving it a second try and I can't wait. I do love the Frosty. They just glisten and glow in the sunlight and it's just so darling. This one, oh my gosh. Talk about weird. It looks like a chysis. It looks like a cycnoches. It looks like all these things, but it also definitely looks like something I've never seen before. And Eulophia anadamanensis, I don't know, they bloom off of leafless bulbs. They are just weird. They look like avocados or something, I don't know, but their growth habits are not similar to catasetinae at all or to the chysis, but they do like a lot of air, and they do grow this bulb and they leaf out. I actually haven't verified if it's within the catasetinae umbrella, but I could not Google this plant and like go, nope, not for me. Like this says Brenda, like from top to bottom. It has this super long inflorescence. I don't know if all these little points are blooming spots. It could be. The blooms are very small and green, I believe. So it could be, and that's where it ended. It looked dried off, so I don't think it's going to put out any more blooms or extend anymore. And I almost forgot to show you what it looked like in the pot. So very, very catasetinae looking, chysis looking. I think if maybe these were fuzzy, I would say it seems to lean towards chysis, but they weren't fuzzy. So I don't know. And it seemed to have some soil in the bark. So this one I definitely need to research some more. So this is how I broke my I'm not buying any more plants this year promise. And basically, if you come here, you're gonna see that I cannot resist ordering plants. So someone help me, please. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.